Hello and welcome back to the Pulse Social Sports Podcast, where this week we're talking to dance teacher Kimberly Warren about her experiences with young people, with mental health and with dance.
Right. So really, I just want to say thanks for taking the time, really. I guess it's not kind of the best weather or not the best really time of year, but no, really thanks for kind of coming and giving your time, really.
Oh, thank you for having me.
So just a little bit about yourself, really. Who are you? What do you do? Where are you from, really?
Okay, so my name is Kimberly Warren. I am a street dance teacher, international choreographer, and founder of Urban Steppers Dance Company.
Oh, nice. And so how did you become involved in dance?
So it's always been a passion. Like I've always loved dancing since like a young age. So I started dancing when I was about 5 years old. So I started off doing ballet, modern jazz, and then I went to stage school for about like 18 months. But with stage school, it wasn't just focused on dance. It was like the singing, the drama, and the dance. So I only went there just for the dance, and everything else I didn't really care about. So yeah, I wasn't there for too long. And then after that, I kind of just like, went and did my own thing, freestyled and just like self-taught and whatnot. But yeah, like also like following dance videos that you would see on TV, like music videos. And my mum used to always buy these workout DVDs from like the car boot sale. So we'd like do those at home with my mum. So yeah, just kind of like from that and just inspirations from like Michael Jackson and just seeing like Backstreet Boys like do their little dance choreos as well.
No, definitely. And then what type of dance would you say that you specialize in, or if you specialize at all?
Yeah, street dance. So like street dance is an umbrella term. So it kind of falls like hip hop falls under that, lock-in, pop-in, breakdancing, all of that. But yeah, street dance, more like a commercial kind of based and lyrical. Yeah.
Okay. So because you're a dance teacher, I think you said. So how, or both how and why did you choose to be a dance teacher, really?
Passion. Like I enjoy teaching kids as well. So I used to be a teaching assistant, well, still kind of am now. And I've been, this might be giving away my age, but like over about 10 years, I've been a teaching assistant. So when I started doing that, one of the head teachers came up to me and was like, oh, do you want to do an after school club for dance? Knowing that my passion was dance and like I enjoy it and stuff. So I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, okay, I'll do that. So I started doing that, enjoyed it so much, ended up like teaching at that school for a very long time, then like expanding, like doing my own dance company and like teaching everywhere else. So yeah, I just enjoy like teaching students, children, impacting their lives in dance and seeing them grow. Like seeing them grow from it is a nice feeling as well. Like their confidence as well. You can see a lot of them, they come in very shy and you see at the end of it, they're just like beaming with confidence afterwards. So yeah, that's a nice feeling in itself.
And what age groups do you kind of specialize, or what age groups do you teach? Sorry.
So I teach from 5 to 16-year-olds currently at the moment. Yeah.
Okay, so it's a fairly broad range.
Yes, yeah, but mainly like at the beginning, it was mainly primary school, so it was mainly like 5 to 11 years old, and then I kind of broadened out recently to the older range. Yeah.
And what would you say it's like being involved with youth dance, and what would you say the benefits and any challenges have come with working with young people?
Like the benefits, obviously, like seeing them grow, like knowing that you're adding into their understanding and knowledge of dance, and just seeing them like develop as a person. Because with dance, like it's not just dance, it's also knowing or like having social interaction and teamwork, like everyday life skills, as well as just just dancing. Also like pushing them to like do competitions, performances, and like experiencing the dance community in itself. Like those are the benefits of it. Challenges, challenges. I guess like when you go into a class and you have different abilities and trying to get everyone to dance. So it's like you always have like some kids, like say, for instance, like when I went into one school, so I was teaching all day dance back on back in one school. And there was this few classes actually, where some of the kids just didn't want to do it. They just don't want to dance at all. They just wanted to sit on the side, and you're like, okay, you need to take part. So it's trying to get them to join in and like be part of the class. And just getting, and like being able to have everyone at the same level, and seeing the ones that are like beginners or struggling, being able to adapt for them, as well as like others that may be intermediate kind of level. So like those are challenges that you have to adapt to your routine. So you can always go in with a plan, but you always have to adapt that plan even while you're teaching it. Yeah.
No, definitely, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And you mentioned the dance competitions as well. What kind of what competitions do you go and do, and what kind of level is it, if you like?
Yeah, so like because it's normally juniors that I teach, so that's like so in dance competitions, that's normally like 5 to 11 or 12 years old. So the competitions we've entered are normally like either in school, like other dance company competitions, or like small competitions that are dotted around like London. Like most recently, we entered like a big international competition, Hip Hop International. So that goes worldwide, and the finals are in USA, Phoenix, Arizona. So like that was a big thing. That was a big step for the kids. But normally before that, because I don't like to push them straight into it.
Yeah.
I like to kind of like break them in slowly. But this time I was just like, yeah, I'm throwing you into the deep end. Sorry guys, you're going in. So yeah, so I mean, it was an amazing experience. Like dance events in general are just amazing experiences to have, just very positive and hyped. So yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, would you say that being able to teach in the sense that you've described, of just kind of throw them in at the deep end, do you think there are benefits to that at all?
Yeah and no. I mean, like I feel like if you kind of push them to that, you can show that they're capable of doing that. But also like prepping them for it beforehand to make sure that they support everyone, because sometimes you can get mixed with dance competition stuff. You can get whole mixed crowd. So making sure that they support everyone, understand that, you know, you should cheer for everyone and not just be kind of bitter in that sense. And yeah, it's just like, I think they can gain a lot of experience and see other dance crews and gain inspiration from that as well, see what they can be. So I think it's good in that sense.
Obviously, working with young people, I think a lot of young people are affected by mental health issues as well. What would be your experiences working with the topic of mental health?
Do you know, to be quite honest, like now more so than ever, you kind of witness it a bit more because of the whole lockdown, and you can see how much it's affected like a lot of people. So when lockdown eased and like studios were open for like a bit, a lot of my students that I had before, you could really see the impact of lockdown on them. So some of my kids just didn't want to come in. They had anxiety. Yeah, they had anxiety. They were just fearful. So you just have to bear in mind, like, look, we're all in this together, and we're here to support you. And let's just have a good session. Let's just have a good class. Don't worry about anything else. Just enjoy the moment. And yeah, like by the end of the class, she loved it. Like she forgot everything, which was good. So yeah, it's just being positive. And yeah, just try not to think about the negative, I guess. So yeah, I guess lockdown I've seen it more so than anything. But yeah.
No, definitely. And do you think that dance and just generally being active can have a positive impact on mental health, and not necessarily just young people?
Oh yeah, for sure. For everyone, for sure. Like I have, like on Zoom, I have some parents joining the classes in the background, hiding, and I'm like, I see you, don't worry, I see you. So it's definitely for everyone. Like it's a positive thing, I would say. And also like it helps express yourself. So like for me, like if I'm feeling a certain type of way, if I'm feeling down, I'll just play some music and I'll start dancing, and it'll just make me feel so much better. because you can just express it. So like with dance for everyone, I think everyone should get involved because it just impacts you in a way of just feeling better, and you can just express everything, and like it also releases those hormones, endorphins as well, so those happy hormones. So yeah.
Oh, definitely. And you've mentioned the Zoom, and you've mentioned obviously lockdown Zoom. Are you still running sessions over Zoom, and how would you find that they're going?
Yeah, so it's funny because when I started doing them on Zoom, like I didn't know how to use Zoom, and I was a bit fearful in itself. So before that, like when lockdown first started, I ended up doing pre-recorded classes and just kind of sent them to the parents. And then I started on Zoom, and I'm getting children from all over the place. So not just London, like from other places of the UK, which is nice. So it's more broaden, I would say. And you can, like some parents have like messaged and said, oh yeah, they're not really taking on Zoom that well or online so well. And I can understand that because with homeschooling, obviously, they're on the computer a lot.
Yeah.
So by the time it comes to like after school club, I can imagine that they're just like tired and don't want to look at the screen anymore because they've had so much screen time. So yeah, like at the moment, it's going well actually. I've had quite a few students, not from London as well, but it's getting better, and hopefully lockdown will ease like in March where we can be back in the studio. But yeah.
No, definitely. Can't wait for it to just slowly ease off and just start getting back into things, really.
For sure.
And just one final question, if you don't mind. Do you think that mental health issues are becoming more widely accepted and there's more of a public discourse about the topic?
Yeah, I think especially with lockdown as well, like I said before, I think more people are being aware, or are aware, sorry, should I say, more aware of mental health and how it's affected them. Because I think, especially with the whole lockdown and you're not allowed to go out, everyone, I guess, takes things differently and reacts to things differently. And I think it's always important to actually just get out and have some fresh air or do something active to kind of keep you occupied mentally and physically. But I feel like, yeah, it's more widely known. Even like, for instance, Joe Wicks, he was doing his PE lessons online or fitness sessions online every morning. And he openly discussed how he feels about the whole lockdown, like on his stories or Instagram. And he openly like even cries and says, look, this is how I'm affected as well. Everyone's going through it. And other people as well, like other celebrities, influencers have all openly said like how they're feeling as well. So I think it's more widely known now than it probably did before because of lockdown and realizing, do you know what, this is like affecting me mentally, like seriously mentally. Yeah.
No, definitely. I fully agree with that.
Yeah.
And that's all the questions I've got for today.
Brilliant.
I just want to say a massive thanks for coming out, and thanks for taking the time and talking to us.
You're welcome. Thank you for taking the time of like interviewing me and having me.
That's so much fun.
Thanks so much, Kimberly, for coming on the show with us, and thank you to our listeners at home as well. If you're interested in this content and would like more, please like and subscribe to our Facebook, our Twitter, our YouTube, or our LinkedIn at Social Sports CIC. That's all we've got time for. See you next week.